In 1976, Spanish symphonic jazz rock band Iceberg released their second album, Coses Nostres. Pared down to a four-piece, all instrumental this time, and from it, the concluding epic 11/8 Manifest de la Follia. Okay, we're getting quite the drum roll there from Jordi Colomer. Sizzling fuzzy riff there given to us by Joaquín Maxim, who, yes, would go on to record the album Babel in 1978. Okay, we're primarily in like D minor, but we're kind of doing some variations on it. Oh, that fuzzy nuance of the guitar and just the drumming so persistent and just filling up so much space. Now we're doing half steps, chromatic, da, na, or no. Actually, we're staying in the same key, but we're shifting like the tonic up a step actually. Yeah, we're basically staying in D minor, but we're moving the tonic from from D to E and then back like that. Ever since the bass came in, it's given this track such a fluidity to it, such a sway of movement. I guess it goes without saying that this is an 11/8. I don't even need to try and count it out. Oh, hear the way that the three sounds just kind of merged. We had the cymbal sustain. We had that wheezy high sound, like an octave above that, and then we had that sizzling line, just coming to a stop. It seems like the guitarist, he was going like from this speaker to that speaker, a bit of panning. Oh, all that cymbal mist. And a bit of fuzzy, I think I was hearing a bit of fuzzy keyboard. Now I'm also hearing some electric piano, yeah. Keyboards handled by Josep Mas Kitflus. Yeah, I guess it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. It feels like dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's the same structure, just slightly altered, like a bit more density this time. It's amazing how much movement there is, despite staying relatively in the same key center with just a slight variation. drummer just starts kind of like doubling up on the scales of the guitarist. Hear him bend it on those high frets. Notice how the bass, the only thing that changes in his figure is the starting note. Is like dun 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 dun. Oh, now the guitar's like going like, you know, scaling low, medium, high, you know, back down. I think, let's see, are we getting a keyboard sound? Kind of like, almost like, there's at least like one keyboard in here that's almost like mimicking the guitar sound in a way. What kind of a keyboard is that? This is quite an original sound, actually. I can't, my instinct is to say an ARP, but just because of the real high piercing quality, but. And now hear the fuzzy chords, they're being played in the back, underneath it. That's perhaps the fuzziest guitar I've heard on any of these albums. Oh, that thing, the way it's just kind of like darting up, like. It's like a geyser. Oh, those little strings, those little tinkly notes, those little high beaming notes. It's like we've got so much filigree between the guitarist and the keyboardist, and yet it wouldn't be it wouldn't even be half as much without what the bass is giving us. You know, but the rhythm section, you know, and the darkness, the thickness. It's almost like the soloists are creating like the splashing, you know, of the waves, but the rhythm section is giving us the currents, the thick, you know, kind of stormy darkness of it all. It's like it's like a raging sea at night. Oh, I hear that smoldering sizzle. A very different guitar tone, kind of coming out of the ether, and then we've got that snare roll. Oh, that sizzle, fizzle, just drizzle. Hearing a bit of the tingle of like the Fender, like sparkly sound, like on water. getting really aggressive now, giving us a lot of rolls. Such a structured piece. I mean, so much soloing, so much movement, so much expression, and yet all bound to this kind of like melodramatic key center of primarily D minor. Grand finale of the album. Oh, that wheezing away of the keyboard and that just epic, crushing avalanche of drums right at the end. Yeah, that was Iceberg from their 1976 album Coses Nostres, the track 11/8.
Manifeste de la Follia.
Manifest of the Follia. Yeah. Yeah, the second Iceberg album, their second of 4, band with just uncontainable energy. 4 studio albums and a live album between 1975 and 1979. Yeah, no containing talent, dexterity, and harmonic expressionism like this that these guys had in their DNA. Yeah, a time when just musicians from around the world were just exploring the full potential of the fretboard and the 12-tone scale, and and just seeing just how many places you can go with it, and to think that this track consisted primarily of one key center, and yet there was all that movement, there was all that sonic exploration, and that fuzzy tone, just sumptuous. It made me wish there were more people using that kind of dirty tone, like within this music. I just love the contrast between the fractious sizzle of the guitar and just all the scaling and notes it was doing, and just how it played against that piercing sound of the analog keyboard, and just the whole time being kicked up constantly by the drumming. It just kept drilling them all and just pushing them to the max, and those bassy, thick, dark undercurrents, oftentimes fluid, sometimes more felt than heard, other times taking things forward, pushing things, and Iceberg, for the most talented musicians to emerge on the 70s Spanish highly active scene, particularly active post-Franco. Yeah, there was a whole big explosion of bands around 1975, 1976, and they can all be seen on the directory of albums by Spanish artists linked below, where you can find the Iceberg albums as well as, other bands from the time frame like Granada, Triana, Mesquita, Crack, and the like, Like and subscribe and follow me on social media, and leave a comment if there are any observations you have about the track we just heard. The layers, the density, the instrumentation, the interplay, the filigree, the interlocking arpeggios and counterpoint, and the whole just like fiesta, phantasmagoria of it all. Like and subscribe, and I said that already. Go follow me on some of the alternate platforms too. We're trying to get more traffic to places like BitChute, help them grow. I'm starting to grow on that channel now that the uploads on there are more consistent, the automatic uploads anyway. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear-traveled trimaximalist, signing off.